Right, so it's Dave the Rave, Roving the Rock. Here we go, there's Dave the Rave, Roving the Rock. And Gordon the Gopher.
Going for it.
Going for it. That's absolutely correct, okay. And we're in my rubbishy car at the very start of the Machrie Moor road, which goes from the String Road across to Machrie, and it's a shortcut. And the reason that we're doing that is because we've decided we just can't be bothered running up a hill. So we're trying to think of somewhere kind of not too hilly to run today.
Well, actually, no, it was because the wind was quite strong. It wasn't because I didn't want to run up a hill. Just I thought it's quite windy, so let's keep it pretty low level.
Well, I didn't want a hill.
So you didn't quite.
feeling.
you kind of read differently into.
Oh yes.
Let's not go too high, Dave.
Oh yes, that's right. Well, everywhere we go is pretty much high, isn't it? It's hills.
Well,
as soon as you get off the shore.
High today.
It's not going to be too. I'm happy about that. I fancy it, and it's a trip. So the place we're going, well, we could leave it a surprise till we get there.
Okay.
But anyway, so that's why we're on the Machrie Moor Road. We're going to a surprise location, which will be a loop, difficult to find, and also reasonably flat, not too challenging, which I'm happy about.
Well, I'll call it pretty undulating.
Undulating, that's better, but not mountainous.
Not mountainous, but undulating.
Yes. And we'll be testing because we'll do about 8 miles.
And it might be a surprise to most people, but to us, there's not a lot that's a surprise anymore.
No.
But actually, what we're going to do, I've never done it before like
this is
that.
good. That's good.
That's good.
Yeah, it's quite windy. The boat's on alert. As far as I know, it's not cancelled, but it's. Well, we're saying that in Brodick. It was really quite. Yeah.
Boat's on alert.
You can see
the road to Lumlash is a nightmare because of Targate.
Yeah, I was 5 minutes late arriving. I had to get stuck in a convoy thing.
Lumlash is probably mental because of the farmers' show. So
yes, well, I went through them last year.
Best to be nowhere near those.
But one thing I would say, it was raining this morning, but this is the first time in my living memory I can remember the farmers' show not being a deluge of rain. It's been so many years in a row.
Right.
It always rains massively on the farmers' show, like it's cursed, you know. Someone's decided that the farmers' show always is in a field and needs to be a field that's like Glastonbury.
Cogfest, yep.
Cogfest. So today, we've actually got the sun's coming out.
Right.
So that's quite good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drive. Gordon is going to just show you with the camera, hopefully you can manage that, where we're driving to, because we're going over the Machrie Moor Road.
Cheeky butt. Right.
So yeah, just hold it like there in front of it, or there, whatever in front of us. You even steady it on the window. I'll start the car, better put my seatbelt on, and we'll just chat about what things have been happening while I'm driving. And I won't be breaking any rules, right? There's nothing coming. So there we go. In my wee hatchback. So Gordon, the last time we went running was only about, I don't know, a week and a half ago or something.
Mm-hmm.
Where did we go then?
We did the Loch and Loch.
That's right. Well done. That's what we did. That was a pretty crazy path we were on there.
Yep, Fly Fest.
Okay, this is more of a recognised path that anybody can walk or run on, so this is good today.
Hopefully we're quiet, because everyone's over at Lumlash.
And yes, I'd done the Kildonan race at that point, that's right.
Yeah.
There is another race coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it advertised, but I've heard there's a 10k race going round Glencloy from the Arran, right up top of Brodick, Lumlash Hill and back down again.
I think it was in the banner.
It was in the banner,
yes.
Right? I didn't see it. So are you going to do that?
No.
No, I think I'm not going to either, to be honest.
I'm away.
Alright.
Reason I'm away is because, I don't know if you know this, but the World Cycling Champs are in Glasgow this year for about 2 weeks.
Right.
So I'm going over on Saturday to watch the Elite Men's Road Race in Glasgow on Sunday.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to that.
That's going to be, and that's right, they're going to do a number of laps, aren't they?
Of
past you.
10 laps of Glasgow.
Yeah.
Avoiding, you know, the what was I going to say?
The worst areas?
Avoiding, I can't say that.
The rougher areas?
Well, probably.
Okay.
in case they get the tyres slashed, or
well, they do that.
somebody puts nails or tacks on the road,
steals the bike,
thinks it's funny,
pushes them off the bike and steals it, like they used to do when I was in Glasgow.
Yeah.
That's true. They try and what they would do, they would throw a stick in your wheel. I'll put the window there.
Yeah, there's the.
You would cycle along, and then
Shiskin Valley.
people would charge towards you and throw a stick in your wheel so it would get you off the bike, and then they would nick it. My friend actually got knocked out completely by people trying to nick our bikes. He got knocked out cold, like completely. That's the way Glasgow was when I was in it.
Hopefully there's none of that on Sunday.
No.
But it's lasting the whole, 2 weeks. There's races in Stirling, races in Edinburgh, Glasgow, races mountain biking in Glentrace, downhill mountain biking in Fort William.
Right.
So it's actually all over Scotland.
Look at that. I said, you know what, it's worth stopping just to take that in. Just for a second. 1 second. That is stunning. My goodness. And that's the
Shiskin Valley. It is sunny, though it's not really showing on your camera, is it?
See all the way to the sea.
Yeah.
Shiskin and Blackwater Foot.
Quite dark.
It's a cloudy, sunny day.
There is blue sky.
There's blue sky. That's amazing. And
the heads
you
of
can
all the
see
Kintyre.
Kintyre over that way, which we're travelling towards. So that's something to look forward to.
Yes, get away from Arran when it's, because as you've already mentioned, 5th of August is one of the busiest days in
The
Brodick.
Highland Games is coming up on Saturday. Today was the Farmers' Show. It's a big week for Arran. I see there's a Ceilidh in Lochran's on Friday. There's a lot of things on. But the Highland Games is probably the biggest thing of the whole year. In honesty, it's frightening for me. I'm not using the word loosely. I actually really mean it. Working at the pier with the possibility of disruption, people have that number, and so a lot of them being drunk, without labouring the point, is something that fills me with more than just dread. I actually fear for myself, to be honest.
Hopefully everyone will get back safely.
That's why I didn't film it last year when the BBC crew were there, because you just didn't want to see what was going on. It doesn't matter what was going on. It was really bad. So, and that was when they all got away. So, anyway, I'll be glad when that day's out of the way. Apart from that, it'll be a wonderful day for people, and I can see why everyone wants to go. From my point of view, it's a bit frightening. So, we'll get that out of the way, and then I'm off on holiday for a couple of weeks after that.
Again?
Yeah, we've got more holidays coming up.
Car coming, Dave.
We get good holidays. Well, it's the normal holidays, I think. You get the kind of standard holidays and your bank holidays. But yes, I've got. If I can take it at this time of year, I will. So I do. I'll let this fan past. There we go. So my question for today, I haven't got any script here, but there was one thing I was going to ask you. So you and I have been in Arran. Well, okay. I've been in Arran since 1984. How long have you been in Arran, Gordon?
1972.
72! So 51 years. For more than half a century you've been on Arran.
51 years?
Yeah, that's right. Just over half a century of change you've seen personally. Two things about that. First thing, we both feel a part of this place, and it's got good things and bad things like every place has. You feel part of it. You feel privileged to be here. It's, for me, still my favourite place anywhere. Right? I go on holiday places, I don't see anything as nice as this. But at the same time, it kind of almost, it's a bit frightening thinking, well, you're just here, and then that's it, and you never go anywhere else. And we've seen everything here so many times, so it would be nice to have a change. And it's tempting to go somewhere else.
It is.
So the question is, for you, I'm not going to ask you if you're going to go somewhere else, but assuming you were going to go somewhere else, would you go somewhere busier or quieter, more remote or less isolated? That's the question. And I can answer it if you want to think about it.
No, I've thought about this before. I mean, obviously, as I say, with Arran, I'm the same as you. I do feel privileged to live here, and I get so much out of Arran that I don't think I would get anywhere else.
Yeah.
And I have thought, where would I want to be if I wasn't with Arran? And the only kind of place I really come up with is somewhere like Spain.
So warmer. Okay.
Warmer.
But very warm just now, my goodness.
Yeah, it's very warm, but just, I've never been to mainland Spain, funny enough, but I've been to the Canary Islands, and I find the culture, I really like it. Obviously, there's the weather, I love the language.
Yep.
Because I've thought, would I go anywhere else in Scotland? But as you say, I've been around Scotland and I've never seen anywhere as nice as Arran. And would I go to England? The straight answer to that is no.
No.
So I've thought, that's what I've thought about it, and I thought I would move abroad.
We had this one conversation earlier. My sister was cycling the length of Britain, and there's nowhere to camp because there's no right of access. You can't. Freedom to roam. That's it. The right to roam. They don't have it in England.
No.
You can only go on land that's public, and so 90% of the land is cut off. You can't go on it. I'd hate that. I love Scotland for that.
Yeah.
You can go anywhere at all as long as you don't damage it. Leave it as you found it. All that kind of stuff. What's that noise?
What's a cattle grid?
Bad noise.
This is a Machrie golf course. I don't think you can see any flags.
Where's the cattle grid from the other car?
Yes,
not
the
my
other
car.
car.
I was thinking part of my car was falling
Wasn't
off
something
there.
falling off your car, Dave?
Well, there's been a smell of burning rubber a couple of times. I'm on edge. I'm waiting for it. There's an old car. Yes, there's one in the window. I've got a window there.
It's roasting it. Yeah, there's some flags.
Okay, so you would go to somewhere like Spain.
That's what I think. That's obviously would be a bit of a dream, and obviously there's a lot involved in that. But I have thought about it, and I can't think. If you went up north, you're getting isolated again.
I go north. That's my answer.
I wouldn't go Central Belt.
Harris or Orford.
Yeah, but that's very remote.
Yes, I fancy it.
So
it's too busy.
I like the fact that on Arran you're away from that busyness, but you can nip over to somewhere like a gig or a concert or like I'm going to quite quickly. Whereas if you're up north,
I just love a landscape, mate.
I know
everything I want is in the land.
But you've got Arran's got that.
It has got that, but it hasn't. But I've seen it a lot of times.
I know.
And I'd almost like to go somewhere like for a year, and then come back. No, it's this way. It's okay. This goes the same.
Okay.
Isn't that the same way?
Well, it's a shortcut that way. But anyway,
Oh no, that's right. I was thinking. I'm going the wrong direction.
You've been here
for
how many years?
I'm going the wrong direction.
How many years you been here?
That's why you were asking me what was the shortest route here.
What did you say? 80?
I've been here 39 years.
Right. So I've been here 51
next month.
So that obviously. I've got more experience to know that left turn is quicker.
But I thought we were turning right here.
Well, why? That's
because
going to
I
Dugry.
was going to Catacall for some reason. I don't even know why. I just decided that.
Just about, I had a gentleman, probably one of the tallest gentlemen I've ever had on a Segway, and he was getting married. I think it was yesterday at Dugry.
Dugry?
Yep.
Oh, at the Dugry boathouse thing?
Yeah.
That's
so
what
he was getting
isn't
married, and he was from America.
Right.
He was getting married along there, so that was nice.
Poor guy.
And getting married or getting married at Dugry?
The boathouse is nice.
It is. I've never been in it since it was done.
Marriage nowadays.
So there you are, Dave. See, would have come out
that's
there.
Where I should have gone.
That's the road we would have come out. The shortcut.
If I were going the right direction,
would have saved you about 20p in petrol.
Well, only 10. This is 70 miles a gallon in this car. It's a good car.
Right, okay, 10p then.
It's rubbish. I did the plans for that house. I drew that plans for that left-hand house with a balcony. I used to be a surveyor in Ireland, and I actually designed that house, and it was up for sale recently. Not because the house was so terrible, because some idiot designed it.
That looks like a bunch of yellow ambulances, doesn't it?
Yep.
Coming up.
We're coming up to
Machrie Room.
Thank you.
See, you've been here 39. What did you say? 39 years.
40 years next month.
40 years
next month.
And you still need reminded that's Machrie
Golf Club
Room.
and Tea Room. I think you'll find.
Yeah. With what I thought was yellow ambulances, but they're not. The campers.
Yeah. There's a lot of people
maybe somebody had an accident.
That looks nice, doesn't it? Yeah, there's the yellow.
Yeah.
The banana mobiles.
And the tennis court that I don't know if anything ever plays on it anymore.
Oh, I didn't even know there was a tennis court in there.
There you are, 39 years. See, I've been here 51. That's why I know that.
Right, we'll do that next time then.
What, play tennis?
No, I'm rubbish. Last time I played tennis, the tennis rackets were made of wood.
Right, and you broke them.
Well, I believe they've changed from wood to carbon fibre or something
Yeah,
since
I
then.
have, yeah.
Yes.
I've never played with a wooden one.
You had a Slazenger
Yeah, I had a...
with nylon strings, and it was a good racket. I think they're even bigger nowadays, because I'm sure it was quite a small thing, a tennis racket, and I see them playing at Wimbledon.
Yeah,
like
they're a lot bigger.
Massive,
Yeah, they're a lot bigger now, bigger heads.
can't miss.
Well, yeah. You
Well,
might not miss
it's
the
harder.
ball so much, but you miss the shots more. Actually putting them in the right place.
We only had a
yeah.
small racket and a big bit of wood, and it would just clank
Well,
off the...
my mum and dad used to play tennis a lot, and they had their own rackets, and they were wooden ones, and they had wooden frame covers with screws.
Yeah, that's right.
All that, and I've
remember
still
that.
got one of them, and they used to play regularly with them.
I had the wooden frame covers with the screws, and I've
Yeah.
forgotten about that. Gosh, that's right.
Dave.
That was in the days of Nastasi and Borg and McEnroe,
Yep.
and that's the talk about the male players. You had Chris Evert and Navratilova and
You cannot be serious, Dave.
Yvonne Goolagong.
You cannot be serious.
You cannot be shit. And they had character Connors. Wonderful.
Connors.
Nastasi. Really, why are we talking about? See, this is not what we're meant to be
McEnroe.
talking about. We're meant to be talking about
Well, it's alright,
Arran.
we're not talking about Arran. Well, we're letting the camera do the talking.
Machrie tennis
Letting the
course.
camera do the talking.
Anyway, so I go somewhere quieter.
Yes.
I would actually like to go somewhere very, very quiet, like somewhere where you're completely isolated, even just for a few months. You know,
Right.
like that Ben Fogel's Castaway programme where he got famous from. Oh,
Machrie Standing Stones.
Stones.
Car
Machrie,
park.
Stone Circle,
Yeah.
car park in there. But we don't want to go there.
No. Has anyone guessed where we're going yet?
That's right. Have this anyone? do I even know? I think you'll find I don't. Since I went the wrong direction.
And see on the right here, Dave, this
Yes.
little old house I thought would be fantastic
Yeah.
to be renovated
Yeah.
into a wee steading.
Right.
I mean, what a place, look. What a place. I always think every time I pass it,
Yeah.
develop that into a steading.
Yeah. Oh, amazing.
What a view.
Oh, there's a few potholes there, Gordon.
Bouncing about there.
So,
I need to get the tar machine. Didn't you get that
well, I think
road machine over here?
you could do it over there, maybe. Yes, that was a couple of good ones.
Oh, what I've just heard on the subject of roads.
Yeah.
The road is going to be closed from 8 in the morning
Yeah.
till 6 o'clock at night
Uh-huh.
for 5 days over to Lacranza.
Is it?
They're
I also
closing
read
the
that
whole road for 5 days.
They're
so
closing
you
the
won't be able to
Kildonan Road
use
as
it.
well in October.
Right.
The Kildonan Road's closing. I don't know how many days it was, but I saw it yesterday. That's closing.
So I'm glad I don't live in Lacranza.
Well, yeah, you got long. And the
There's
same with
King's Caves
Kildonan.
glamping.
Oh yeah, glamping. Or on the side of my head.
No, I'm trying to get a picture of it, but
There's a lot of
it's just
glamping pods
bushes.
in there.
It's just bushes.
There's more potholes to miss out.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, one thing I've noticed, the prices of houses are slightly coming down in Arran Lane. There are more houses for sale, almost 100 houses I looked it up yesterday. And there are 4 or 5 almost entirely in Lamlash for some reason. I'm not saying anything disparaging about Lamlash, of course, but Lamlash seems to be more affordable than the other villages.
Right.
And they've got several, about 5 under 200,000. I know the reason why, because Lamlash has got more kind of practical housing. White Bay's got massive villas and things like that. White Bay doesn't have some.
So you do know where we're going.
I'm going to turn right up at this sign up here,
And then
and then I'm going
we
to start
can
running, running like a nutcase.
reveal where we are going.
Yep. Oh, big pole.
Big pothole.
Pothole.
Big pole.
Yeah, I'm glad we don't have those potholes. I'm glad we've had the road resurfaced because we don't have these potholes. There's a whole there. Car killers there. Jesus. Gotta keep my eyes open.
Quite blowy,
Quite blowy, but it won't matter
which is
to us.
good. Keep the flies away.
Yeah, keep close. Here we go. This is where we're going. Okay, so if anyone can see the sign, hopefully it's
So
still
we're getting a
recording.
bit closer. It's quite a busy car park
Oh
actually.
yes, a lot of cars in here.
Yeah.
In fact, we're lucky. Oh, we're getting a space. There's a car pulling out. King's Caves. Caves.
Henri.
Cave.
And
There's
it
a
is
lot of parking in here.
busy car park.
But
the
we've
guy
got
just
space
left.
up there, so that's
Yeah.
good. And it's just as well because it's actually we're needing that space. Well, there's a couple of spaces,
it's one.
not that many though. Yeah, that's where I'm going to
Better.
go. I'm going beside the bongo. The bongo. We've made it, Gordon. There's the car park. There's me and Gordon ready to go. Are we ready to go, Gordon?
Think so.
We're going to do 2 loops of King's Caves. Each of them about, we think, 4 miles or just over them.
No, I did it walking the other day,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was exactly just about 5k for the
Oh,
loop.
good. So it's just 10k.
Yes.
We can do that. Let's get going. We'll put the camera back on when we get to a good view.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Over now. Okay, so I'm at the car park. We've just got out the car basically at King's Caves. Here we go. Oh, something on my leg. Of course, there's no surprise that there's bees on my leg because we've got a ground bees nest in front of me and the whole ground is alive with bees. I don't know if you can see them. Try and hold this camera still. That's incredible numbers of bees here. I mean, talking massive. Thousands. We'll try and zoom in a bit so maybe you can see. Kind of frightening a little bit, to be honest. There's so many bees. Can you see them? Can you hear them? They're everywhere in this grass. I mean, absolutely everywhere. We're standing on a ground. There's the nest there. See that? Right there, Gordon. That's it. There's the queen. There's the nest. Gosh, there's millions in there. We're at a bee's nest. We're standing right at a bee's nest. Gosh. And they're all over there as well. I mean, right the way along that banking, the entire banking is swarming with bees, Gordon. Look at that.
Do
Do you know why I think they're there? Because it's the queen.
Well, I can't see.
That's why. Gosh, Gordon. There's more, hundreds of them just on that leaf.
No,
There are lots of
correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they might be called minor bees.
minor
because
bees.
They nest in
But
the
it is a
ground.
bee's nest. We're standing right at a bee's nest and the whole ground is alive with bees. And all of that over there, thousands and thousands of bees over there, don't even dare get close to that. Watch out. Gosh. Yeah, that's right, they're going in that hole there. That must be an entrance to the nest. Right, here we are running towards King's Caves. On the beach. A few people here. Hooray! Nice doggy. Windy, but it's behind us, so that's good. Going right up to the cave entrance. Up the staggery stones. We've run all the way here till now. There we go. Okay, that'll do. On we go through the tunnel. Tunnel of doom. Hello, 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 hello. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. And another little tunnel. Alright. Alright, thanking you. Hello there, thanks very much. Hello mate. Right, I'm back out around for our second. That's us done half a circuit. Back to where we came from. In the other direction, because it's a loop. That's pretty good. A little bit boggy in places, but it's not bad. We had a lot of rain overnight. A lot of people around. Alright mate, thanks.
Yeah.
Very kind of you.
Cheers.
Cheers, cheers now. And Gordon's making good progress up the hill. Better than expected. Especially when you had a sore knee when you started. It's gone, hasn't it? Got better. More people up here and a signpost. We'll be taking a left turn. Hello. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Cheers. Yeah. Ooh. And that's the thing. Right, that's us just leaving the car park. Done our first loop. Turned round and gone back the way that we just came. The forestry road there. Really cracking forestry road. Wonder where that goes. Have you been up that forestry road? It's a dead end, is it?
We're probably going to make one.
Oh, right. So yeah, so it's approximately 5k in 35 minutes. A new personal worst. That's fine. We're just jogging on a trail, and a couple of bits of it at the end there were very muddy, weren't they? Like, won't be able to run down them, never mind up them. Just a slide. So we'll be walking that bit. But it's been a good run and we're doing fine, aren't we, Gordon? So far. It's dry, it's windy, but we are sheltered. A lot of people around down at the caves though, more than I expected, though that's just my stupidity probably. There's a lot of cars there, isn't there? And one heck of a lot of bees. My goodness. My first ever ground bee's nest I've ever seen like that. You've seen one like that, Gordon, haven't you? At the Arran. And we were lucky because they didn't do anything to us and neither of us got stung or anything, but there was one heck of a lot of them there. My goodness. Anyway, you don't want to be walking into the middle of a bee's nest, getting the wrong side of bees. That would be bad. Anyway, right, we'll focus on this uphill. It's quite a big one. We are back again. Back at the caves. Thank you. Hi. There we go.
Good.
A good, nice one. Good spot. Thank you, hooray. Amazing. Back down to the shore. What a mixture. Wee trails, slippy bits, shore, caves. Great. Back on this on the beach. Next year's bus pass year for me, and year after is bus pass year for Gordon. And we can still do this, albeit breaking no records. And there's the view. Entire. Right, here we are at our viewpoint. Gordon's running on. I'm just going to let you see exactly what this is like. Look at the hill behind. And that wee cottage down there. Imagine it. Imagine being there. Absolutely stunning. And there's Kintyre on the path we came up. It's hate to come up. So we've done it, we've done 2 circuits, and you were just saying I wonder how many people have gone round it one way, and then back to the car, and then back round it again the other way, which is what we've done. It was quite muddy in the muddy bit, wasn't it? Yeah. We had to walk bits of it because we'd just gone flying, man. It was like a mudslide, wasn't it? But we did it.
And the knees held out.
Both of our knees were slightly dodgy, but then I think that's just the way things are.
Car park's still packed.
The car park is still packed.
So
In fact, we'll have a look. They've even got a sign here about Arran's explosive volcano from 60 million years ago. That's just after the dinosaurs. Is that when the dinosaurs disappeared? 66 million years ago for dinosaurs,
does it
wasn't it?
say beware of old runners?
And all fossilised dinosaurs. Yeah, old fossils. It does mention old fossils in here. I'm not sure which thing they were referring to. I think it probably were. I think I'll have a look and see if the bees are still there. Have a look at them. Yeah, lots of bees. Not as many as there were before. But yeah, still a lot of them. So yeah, I was going to say, Gordon, you were meant to remind me about something, but you didn't.
Bus pass.
Right, so next year is my bus pass year.
Yes.
I get a bus pass at the end of next year.
Yeah.
And so does Beanie Beansprout. Mike Miller, Beanie Beansprout, he gets a bus pass as well. So I said to him, Mike, I was thinking about doing my shopping in the co-op just in about underpants to celebrate getting a bus pass. And I have been thinking about that for a while. And he says, I'll probably do that with you. And we started thinking, well, what would we do better than that if it was anything? And we thought of it. We would run up Goat Fell in our underpants in the middle of summer, so it's not dangerous on a beautiful sunny day. Just get our underpants and our running shoes as well, and run up Goat Fell and back down with our bus pass in our hand and our underpants on our bodies.
What kind of underpants are you talking about?
Anything you like,
Boxers?
mate. It could be any underpants. I'm thinking I'm going to have Scottish saltire underpants.
Or
But it could be Dennis the Menace.
Kangas?
Could be Dennis the Menace underpants.
Kangas?
I quite fancy Dennis the Menace underpants, to be honest.
My front?
Could be my fronts. Yes, Kangas, that's right. Tangas.
Oh, Tangas, sorry.
Tangas. I don't
Tangas.
even know Fantas.
Kangas?
I have no idea, mate.
Tangas.
I'm no expert. But
What about a mankini?
a mankini? That's possible. Don't give me ideas. Anyway, so I'm giving you an official invitation to that then. So
But I won't have my
it doesn't
bus
matter
pass.
because I get mine at the end of next year and Beanie Beansprout gets his at the beginning of next year. So mine will be forthcoming at that point. But I won't actually have it, and neither will you. You'd be 58, I'd be 59, and he'd be 60. We'd be the bus pass mountaineers. What do you say?
I don't think I'd get as much
Enjoyment?
out of it if I still had 2 years till I got. I don't know. I just don't quite think. I think if you're getting it that year that you do it.
Yeah.
Then,
Wait till we've all got it. But you're
I
too
think we
young.
should wait. I know. Well,
We'll have to maybe do it every year, and just slowly add to the
we'll
collection.
do it. So the first person
I'll do it for
who
the beanie.
becomes
Beanie
then they do it
Beanie's
that-
next year, so I'm going to do it next year with Beanie.
Right.
We're old enough. I'm 50. I'm almost there, mate. I'm going to celebrate Beanie's bus pass and my impending doom, as they say in lifeguard terminology. Because if you've got a feeling of
attack.
impending doom,
You're having a heart attack.
you're having a heart attack.
Yeah.
That's one of the things they ask you. Have you got a feeling of impending doom? Yes, I really have. Oh, okay. With that case, you're probably in a lot of trouble. Don't do anything strenuous. Okay, so impending bus passness. So think about that. That's right.
Right,
Maybe you make you decide right now.
No,
Up Goat Fell in your underpants. You've never done that before. Tell me you haven't.
No.
Right, thank God for that. You're not a lunatic. Okay, we'll have a talk about that another
There's
time.
a bit of a difference in physiques between you.
You've got a
me,
lot of
and
time.
Beanie.
You've got a lot of time to have you any physique you like.
You get.
Plus,
you
they do make different sizes of underpants, I believe. they have got one size fits all. Okay, that'll do for today, I think.
Yes.
Okay,
Before we.
we can think about that.
Talk
We'll talk
about
about that another time.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's Dennis the Menace and Gordon the Gopher. Dennis the Menace on underpants.
Dennis and then-
I'm thinking about a Nasher. If he's allowed Nasher anymore. And over and out. Till next time.
I could maybe get Gordon the Gopher underpants.
You could.
As in
Yeah, that'd be good actually.
printed on them, like Gordon the Gopher from
Yeah,
that.
I think so. And Dave the Rave. I think so. And Beanie the Beansprout. Okay.
Okay, so now.
Over and out.